Hey guys, welcome. This is HD, and welcome to the third game of GameCom Plantronics Grand Finals in Europe. And this is going to be Satini versus, of course, Virus White, and it is a Zerg versus Terran. So far, the series is up 2-0 for Virus White, and actually, Virus White here is saying he understands. He feels like he understands where the Terran is coming from. Oh, and he throws out the final word. Love it. He finally stands up for the swarm and giving it to Terran players here. There it is. I love it. Love the little dry sarcasm here. And that is very true. If you fail with Micro with Zerg, you are kind of doomed. And if you fail with Micro with Terran, well, it's not too hard to recover from. So, all things considered, I guess these two guys do have a bit of a chip on their shoulders. I don't know if they realize this, but this is being broadcasted to thousands and thousands of people. So, I hope they don't say anything that, you know, makes them seem a little bit too BM. But so far, things have been pretty funny, pretty playful. I have enjoyed this cast very much. What the heck is up with the position of this barracks? He throws it at the right. And that Overlord is going to see everything, I would imagine. Although, maybe not. Yes, it will. And now Virus White's got to be thinking, what the heck? Why is that barracks placed out there? And I can tell you guys, if I was a Zerg right now, I'd be thinking, might be some kind of 2-racks play, because that's a pretty fast barracks. In fact, that's an extremely fast barracks. That barracks came up at 10 supply, I think, and the gas came up really quick as well. So now I'm thinking, okay, this Terran is A, pissed at me, and B, it's the finals of GameCom EU. So I'm thinking he's going to cheese me now, and Virus White does not go for the more traditional 15 hash. He decides to go for the spawning pool and gas right away. In fact, that was a 14 gas, 14 pool, and this is a very safe opening against Terran. It can deal with any type of harass very easily, and keeps that kind of aggression at bay. So, interesting little mechanics going on in this game so far. There is a tech lab on the way, and that is what I thought it was going to be. The barracks is placed here along with the gas early on in order to get quick reapers, and he's going to try to reap his way into the main of the Zerg. And Virus White is going to have to very quickly get some spine crawlers up or get a queen up. I don't think he's going to be able to rely on Zerglings for too long, depending on the micro of both players, obviously. But Zerglings usually don't fare too well against reapers. And Satini here, oh wow, even taking the measure to block the hatchery down in the bottom as well. That's a little strange to me. I don't know if he could, I don't know how long this is going to block for, because the Zergling's already out, you know. Anyways, that SCV is going to be pushed away, and the Reaper is here now. The Reaper is inside the main. The Reaper is going on to reap some souls, and it will pick off at least 2 Zergling kills. And all in all, man, the Zerg is very far behind right now. Virus White still doesn't have a hatchery, and if he tries to get a hatchery, this may... Oh, wow, he's going to finish the NG Bay. Even if he tries to get a hatchery, he has to bust through an 850 HP building. That's a little more than half the HP of a command center. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And if the Zerglings are over there trying to destroy the engineering bay, well, guess what? That leaves the main open to Reaper harass. So Satini here has really thought this out. Maybe he's just really pissed, and the rage is starting to work. Let the force, the dark side of the force, flow through you. And Satini here is, I like the playstyle. I really like what he's doing. Excuse me, my phone is going off right now. But I can't talk on the phone, gotta gas some StarCraft 2. Anyways, Virus White coming in, and he's gonna be able to pick off the engineering bay. And that, like I said before, means that his main is open, but Virus White waited until he had 2 queens out. So he waited for 2 queens before going after the engineering bay. That was very smart, just so he could cover all corners. And now, finally, he can get the hatchery down. And he's almost got 600 minerals. He might as well just double expand at this point. He's so far behind. Although Satini really going with that Reaper build is not totally ahead either, and wow, Satini now thinking that he's gonna get bailing busted, so he's building 3 bunkers total. Interesting. So he thinks now that he's put the Zerg so far behind that there's a possibility that Virus White is gonna go for a bailing bust, which is totally credible. That can definitely happen. A lot of times when you put the Zerg behind, the Zerg can resort to some pretty nasty things, just like, you know, a Protoss would resort to DTs. But now he salvages the bunker, and he decides to expand. I'm not sure why you would build the bunkers and then salvage them right away, or I don't even know if he salvaged them, he just canceled them. you know, at least leave them up. You've already built them, just in case. You never know. He's really going to bite himself in the butt if Virus White decides to end this series with some kind of eco-baneling bust, or just a baneling bust straight up, because there's no units inside the main end. The Overlord is coming in now. It will see the 2 Marines. It will see the Starport, which is much more drastic of a scout. And we have Caduceus or Caduceus Reactor being researched right now. Oh, wow! Satini was faking the Banshee Cloak upgrade. That is very, very sneaky and crafty. And a lot of Terran players will do that. They'll fake the Banshee Cloak upgrade, and Satini faked it right there. That's why I was wondering, why would he research that? That's the medevac upgrade for more energy. That's useless. And Satini faked the Banshee Cloak, so now Virus White has to build Spore Crawlers, and that is a wasted investment. Not just the minerals to make the crawler, but also the drone to make the crawler as well. And Satini now making a Spire as well, because he's anticipating the air, and he thinks Mutas are going to play out very well. But little does he know that the entire switch has been formed, and Satini is locked up into this wall. He's going to get out. He will get out. So nice play right there. There's a Roach there, though, to greet the Hellions, and it might be able to pick off that Hellion on the way out. Nah, the Roach just doesn't have enough creep, and unfortunately doesn't have speed. So, wow, a lot of Spore defense here. In fact, maybe not a lot of Spore, just 1 Spore Crawler. And he's going to rely on his Spire here to what he thinks is going to be Cloaked Banshees. But, yeah, this is his vision right now. Oh! He saw the Starport lift off before the Overlord died. So now he knows that that cloak upgrade was cancelled, and he knows that, well, most likely the factory's back on the tech lab. So he should realize now that the Terran player is playing standard biomech. Unless, of course, the Terran tried to outlevel that and just went back into Cloak Banshees. But wow, this is a very, very high level game, and extremely a lot of intelligence going on behind this, a lot of thinking. It's a chess game right now between these two guys. Satini is now finally going to grab the natural at 10 minutes in. That's exactly the 10-minute mark when the SCVs have now begun to populate the natural at extremely late command center, but given the events of this game, totally makes sense. A Viking now coming in here, although the 4 Mutalisks are about to pop out, so I don't know how long this Viking is going to stay alive for. That Queen is there, and the Spore Crawler in range. Satini's got to pull that Viking out. He is not going to be able to do so, and a careless maneuver right there, a blunder, and he ends up losing that Viking as Virus White makes his way over and breaks out the rocks leading to the 3rd. And we might actually have a macro game here, because the Zerg is looking to claim the 3rd. The Terran player is on 2 bases. And if you rewind the clock just 3 or 4 minutes into the past, you would think this is a more standard Terran versus Zerg, given not knowing what events have happened already in this game. So very, very interesting. As now Satini moves out with a medevac. And you guys have to remember, Satini has got to win this game. If he loses, it's over for him. GameCom Plantronics EU is over. All that hard work he went through, countless games he had to play. I know the GameCom in North America, you had to play not thousands, but lots of rounds, lots and lots of rounds. So it's rough, and I'm sure they don't want to lose here. This is their shot at glory, and they've already overcome so much, especially Satini beating Sho in a best of 5. That's not easy to do, so he's got to win this game. And now he's coming in with the medevac. He's banking a lot on this. He knows the Mutalisks are out on the map, so this is a huge risk. But thankfully, the rocks here are still there. So that means that there's less avenues for the Zerg to flank from. And hopefully Satini can kill off this hatchery if he wants to win GameCom Plantronics. He's got to be able to delay the Zerg in every way possible. And it looks like he's going to be able to take that hatchery down. He forces the cancel. Very well done. And now I feel like even if the Marines and Marauders and the medevac go down, I think they paid off. Because, yes, if you think about it, it's just a hatchery, it's just 300 minerals. But if you think about it, it's also the money that the Zerg would have made over time. And is that... That's actually... I don't think that's placed correctly. And now it's really paid off. I think that hatchery should be moved over to the right 1 hex, because I think that hatchery's a little bit far away from the mineral field. So, man, that medevac really paid off if that's the case. Someone's gonna have to tell me in chat or tell me in the YouTube comments if this is off or not. But to me, it looks like it is 1 hex off. It should be to the right a little bit more. So I think that medevac paid off very, very well if that's the case. And let's see how things are going on back into the Terran main. Tons of production. 2 engineering bays. He is trying to ramp up +1 armor right now, as his Marines already have 1 weapons. And he is also getting a secondary factory down, so that is a good sign that he wants to go ahead and get into more tank production, which is the more standard way, conventional way to play DBZ. Mita's here trying to flock around, dodge in and out, bob around and weave and bob and try to find an opening, and they put a dent, I guess, in the wall, but that will probably be patched up pretty soon as the Mutas fly out of there. That hatchery will be allowed to finish. Wow. Either people are going to call me straight up dumb, or they're going to say that, yes, you're right. It's a big risk for me because it's not really a win situation. It's just a straight up loss for me calling this one hex over to the left. But I believe it is. I really think it is. So, alright, we'll have to see what happens. Virus White now coming in with his Mutas. That's a large Muta flock. He is really populated on the Mutalisks. And this is actually the first time I've seen Virus White play Muta Zergling against a Satini. So far I've only seen him play the Zergling Infestor style with Ultras, so we'll have to see if he's as proficient in the more conventional play as opposed to his more Zergling Infestor style. And now Satini bringing over some SCVs to populate the gold. And there are some Marines over here on the right-hand side of the map looking for the potential number 5, but there is no 5 yet there quite yet. Virus White may be gearing up for some kind of an attack here. This is like that moment when they fly up into the mothership in Independence Day and they see that entire legion down below and they say, hey, they're preparing for an invasion. That's exactly what's about to happen. And Virus White is going in. He's definitely going in here. There's no wall up here to protect the Terran units. In fact, there's nothing here at all. The Bailings might just crash into those Marines, but the Marines run into the cover of the orbital, or the planetary fortress. Very well done right there by Satini, but he's still in a lot of trouble. He's not controlling this drop over here, and he needs to. There we go. He just sent the Marines in to do some work. They will be able to do a lot of damage as there's no Zerg units over there. But meanwhile, Satini is in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have any way to deal with this, and all the SCVs could go down. Those Bailings need to focus, and they focus their efforts on the SCVs. And oh, Satini is angry. Now he is going to be able to kill off the hatchery at the bottom right-hand corner, but how in the world is he going to be able to deal with this? I don't think he can, although those Mutas are taking a ton of damage. They're going to fly over the Marines, and it's just too many Mutas. Those Mutas have 0-1, and Satini is not happy. He leaves the game, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is GameCom Plantronics. And it looks like Virus White is your champion, a 3-0 victory. But every single game was very entertaining. I feel like those were some spectacular games of StarCraft 2. You know, the chat made it is like the icing on the top. And you know what, guys? I do want to go ahead and see if this hatchery was misplaced or not, because I really think it was. But regardless, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. I know I did. And if you guys did, make sure to check me out. I am on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/HDStarcraft. You guys can find more StarCraft 2 content there, where I cast video games and StarCraft 2, obviously. And did he misplace the hatchery? There's the old imprint. Did he do it? Did he do it? Did he do it? Yes, he did. I was right. Okay, good. So, whew, that makes me feel a little better. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. What's up to everybody in live stream? Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. And what is up to everybody on YouTube? I'll see you guys around next time. And this is HD signing out.